and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to our segment of Between Two Crowns, featuring our 2013 and 2014 winners of the Mr. Canisius pageant, Neil Savoy and Patrick Clancy.
Everybody.
Hey, thank you, Mike.
Thank you for the introductions, Mike. I'm Neil Savoy,
I'm Pat Clancy.
and we'll be your hosts for Between Two Crowns. So, Pat, we'll be starting out tonight with a little segment we like to call Sexual Term or Pretentious Vocabulary.
One of my personal favorites.
And tonight we'll be quizzing our very own sound man, Mr. Michael Lillis. Mike, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you really ready, though?
I think I'm really ready. I'd like to think so.
Okay.
There you go, thinking again.
Your first word is calumny.
I'm going to go with a pretentious vocabulary word right there.
And the answer is yes, it is a pretentious vocabulary word that refers
Very
to
good.
slander. Slander, calumny, slander.
Yeah,
Who would have
okay.
thought? Do you want to read number two?
Yeah, I'll do number 2.
Pat can read.
If, light on the reading. Eunotripsia. Eunotripsia? Is that the word?
Eunoterpsia.
Eunoterpsia.
Okay, so Pat can't read. Eunoterpsia, sexual term or pretentious vocabulary.
I'm going to say sexual term, because you're the terpsia, Pat.
Not wrong.
Well, Mike, you're 2 for 2.
All right.
Eunoterpsia refers to a outlook on life in which the meaning is to obtain pleasure, namely sexual pleasure. Congratulations.
Thank
Doing very well.
Do I win a call?
No, you don't win anything, Mike. You win the chance to be in our presence.
Oh.
Number 3, culpo coquette.
Ooh. I'm going to go with sexual term on this one.
The answer is yes. It is a sexual term.
3 for 3. That's
Culpo-
a hat trick,
Yeah.
right? What's a turkey?
No, 3 is tetra is 4. 3 is try.
Okay.
Pat doesn't know his prefixes. That's okay. He's learning. He's in college.
I'm trying.
So, culpo coquette, which is indeed a sexual term, refers to a woman with a nice bosom and who knows it and flaunts it. Also known as Patrick Clancy.
You're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. I wouldn't have said it if I was wrong. Mike, that's 3 for 3.
Okay.
You're actually doing well. I wasn't expecting this.
Not too shabby.
Are you ready for number 4?
I'm ready for number 4.
Number 4 in our sexual term or pretentious vocabulary, fecund.
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 Wow. That sounds sexual in nature. I'm gonna go with sexual term on this one.
Well, Mike, can only last so long. Fecund is not necessarily a sexual term, although I guess you could argue it that way. It's really just another term for fertility.
Okay.
Not sexual in such a dirty manner, just a general term. But 3 for 1, that's pretty good. You're winning. You're winning. You might get to stay on the show.
Hey, what do you know?
Probably not, though. I wouldn't count on
Do you want to try reading again?
I'll try reading.
Okay. You want to read that one?
Passant?
No. Yeah, croissant.
Is it passant?
Croissant.
Like
Croissant.
like a croissant?
Like croissant, but not.
Okay, then, wow. I'm gonna have to go with a sexual term again.
You know what? You'd be wrong again.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Poussant is powerful.
Powerful. No.
That is pretentious.
I don't know why you would think puissant was sexual. There's nothing about that word that sounds sexual.
What a part of poussant is sexual?
The part that sounds like croissant. I mean,
So you have...
I'm just saying, it's a good breakfast. You know.
It is a good breakfast.
Keep Mike out of the bakery.
Okay, so he was doing well, but now not so well.
Ooh.
Your next word is feckless.
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 I'm gonna have to say that that's a pretentious vocabulary word.
And I would have to say that you're right, because feckless is a synonym for ineffective.
Okay.
Ineffective.
As in, you are Fectus. What is it?
Feckless.
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 My reading and listening is feckless. Look at that.
The things you learn
We're
in college,
learning.
right?
Education.
Only 2 more, Mike.
Okay. all
Okay?
right, let's do
You've
this.
really got a chance at this. And I've already lost score, so you know what?
You're winning.
Good.
Your next word is eleemosynary. And forgive my pronunciation, because I may be butchering this. But eleemosynary.
I'm going to say that that's pretentious. That's too many syllables to be sexual.
And that would be too many syllables, because it just means charitable.
Okay.
You have one more word.
Let's do this.
I believe in you.
I don't, but
We were rooting for you. In fact, we were all rooting for you, Mike.
Wow. I'm glad to hear that. It touches
Your
me deeply.
final word is anthropophagy.
Anthropophagy. No, that's pretentious. Knowing the prefix anthro, it's pretentious.
Well, Mike, you would think that.
Oh.
We know that you would think that. And the fact of the matter is that that is a sexual term, and in all honesty refers to someone or the finding pleasure in eating human flesh.
Okay.
You might have picked up on that anthro, which is a prefix referring to, humans.
Right.
Hence the flesh part.
Wow.
Yeah, the more you know.
Okay. Did
You
not know.
tried. Well, Mike, you've won the chance to remain our sound guy.
All right. Yeah.
we're
I like
all
that.
very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, no. Thank you, Mike.
It was a pleasure.
Would you like to introduce our next segment?
Yeah, you know what? I think I would. Today, we are going to take on a modern classic.
Oh, really?
Yes, we're going to transform. I don't get the music.
No?
No.
I thought we were doing segment
Oh.
music. My bad. Okay.
Pat's very picky.
Yeah.
Continue.
Well, everyone, tonight we'll be reading what is a modern classic of today's youth, and we'll be presenting it to you. Are you ready? Tonight
Always
we'll
ready.
be reading Nicki Minaj's very own Anaconda.
Would you like to start us off?
I would. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you've got buns, hun.
Boy toy named Tony used to live in Detroit. Big dope dealer money. He was getting some coins. He was in shootouts with the law, but he lived in a place. Bought me Alexander McQueen. He was keeping me stylish. Now that's real, real, real. Gun in my purse. Bosh, I came dressed to kill. Who wanna go first? I had them push. I can't.
Daffodils.
Daffodils. I'm high as hell. I only took a half of pill. I'm on some dope.
Anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Oh my gosh. Look at her butt.
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 Little in the middle, but she got much back.
Little in the middle, but she got much back.
Little in the middle, but she got much back.
Oh my God. Look at her butt.
My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Don't. My anaconda don't. Don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Oh my gosh. Look at her butt.
Oh my gosh. Look at her butt.
Oh my gosh. Look at her butt.
Yeah, he loved this fat ass. Yeah, this one is for my Bosches with a fat ass in the fishing club. I said, where, my fat ass, big Bosches in the club? Frisch the skinny Bosches. Frisch the skinny Bosches in the club. I want to see all the big fat ass Bosches in the mother frishing club. Frisch you if you skinny Bosches. What? Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big ass. Come on. That concludes this segment for now.
It sounds like a real classic, don't you think?
You know, I know it's still early to tell, but I think I know a winner when I hear one.
That's the sort of thing you'll find in the Library of Congress. You know, maybe in a year or two. Take some time to process.
For years, grandfathers will sing it to their grandchildren before they go to sleep.
They will. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight, the USA President, John Solak.
There was one day that we had just done the cardiovascular unit, in class that day. And then right after class, I went over to the Vascular Institute, volunteered, put the scrubs on. And one of the doctors asked me if I wanted to see an open heart surgery. And so I said, yeah,
really?
sure.
I came into Canisius as obviously as a freshman, not really sure what I wanted to do. I ended up taking a digital media arts class, and that really just kind of jump-started, my career.
And I think being where we are in the city and in the world with the medical campus that we have here is really an opportunity that I wouldn't have anywhere else.
It's more than just academics. Meet different people. Go out and do things. There's so much more to college. It's an experience.
I instantly fell in love with doing video work, graphic design. I started pursuing more and more opportunities in the school, whether it was doing admissions videos on the sides. I did a couple videos for alumni relations, the president of the college, and then I actually got noticed last year, and they sent me over to the Philippines to create a feature-length documentary.
I lived with a host family while I took classes in Spanish with Spanish professors at the University of Oviedo, and I was a Spaniard for a semester, and it was the best decision I made as a college student.
So thank you for being with us tonight, John.
Thank you. It's an honor to be the first guest of the show.
Well, we're happy to have you. We've got a few questions for you tonight, and we're going to let Pat start.
Mr. Solak.
Yes.
What is your favorite planet?
That's an easy one. Uranus, obviously.
I didn't see that coming.
Interesting.
President Solak, what can we expect from the USA this year?
Well, we can expect a lot. We have a lot in the pipeline. We, as you know, being a senator, we just developed a new system for action committees. We're working on the fitness center, determining if that's the investment that we want to make or if there's an alternative investment that we should make. And besides that, we have a lot that we have yet to announce, but that we're really excited for.
Sounds great. It sounds like you've got a lot in store for us.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That pipeline must be jammed.
It sounds good.
That's very good.
John, if you had to pick between going to Arby's and saving an innocent child, would you get curly fries with your roast beef sandwich?
Is this at the drive-thru?
Well, it's going to Arby's, so would you drive through or would you enter?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that I would be on my motorcycle and have already rescued the girl. I mean, I would really leave it up to the girl.
No, that's not the question, sir. If you could please stop dodging. I asked if you would get curly fries.
As opposed to?
As opposed to not getting curly fries. Sir, it's a yes or no question.
It's a very loaded question, as you pointed out, but I would have to say yes in that particular
Thank you.
scenario.
I would have gotten the curly fries too.
Thank you.
It's a wise decision.
Presidente Solak, There has been considerable discussion, as you mentioned, about the proposed fitness center in Palisano. But if you yourself could have Palisano converted into any type of facility imaginable, what would you have it be?
You know, that is actually a tough question because I had to rule out what I really wanted there so that I would have an unbiased opinion going into this whole, really evaluation of what we should do. So I don't really have an idea of what I would want, and I'd like to see what students propose, and then based on that,
Absolutely.
I would like to see.
But without any of that, like if it could be whatever you want it to be, and it, just completely hypothetical. If it was just like the perfect facility for John Solak, what would it look like?
Wow, jeez, I would have to say half rock wall.
Okay.
And half cafe.
Oh. Okay.
Because just the effect that caffeine has on many people, causing an increase in cortisol levels, for example, I think that could be best mitigated by the type of experience that you have, climbing a rock wall, as was originally proposed in the fitness center.
Makes sense, counterbalancing.
Yeah, and you could knock out the floors. This way you have like a 2-floored rock wall, and then you could have coffee down in the street side as well.
Sounds fun.
Yes.
Very interesting. Mr. Solak, why wouldn't you let Scotland become its own country? It's a yes or no question, sir, if you could answer it.
I think that requires like a bit of an explanation because I want to know why.
Okay. So Scotland, as you know, they have a very unique sense of style. It's very original. There's just something about a kilt that other countries try to mimic but can never quite get their finger on. And I think that if they were to become another country, I think they might lose some of that originality. I mean, it has been working for them for the past 300 or so years, and I wouldn't want to see that lost.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Glorious general who descended from heaven. As someone with no Senate experience until your junior year, what motivated you to run for the office of president?
It was something that had not been on my mind while I was in ROTC, but as a freshman, actually, during convocation, seeing former President Malcaluso, that inspired me, and actually that was I guess like the seed that was planted. What was seeing Ben, and actually, my freshman year, I ran for Senate, and I had asked about the role of president, and obviously the president had already been elected, unfortunately. but yeah, it was that had always been on my mind, and then when I was done with basic course in ROTC, and I looked to see what was the next thing I could do, I ran for Senate, and I think it was something that was in the back of my head, like let's see how things happen. But that it had really started my freshman year.
So really, Ben Mac really planted the seed in you.
Ben Macaluso was an inspiration, the hypothetical seed that planted the tree that is now.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, he's excellent at planting his seeds. Yeah. Thank you.
A true horticulturist.
Absolutely, absolutely. Pat.
President Solak, what number am I thinking of?
7.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
I'm done. That's the question I have. Mr. Savoy?
Did you ask me a question?
No. Would you like to ask your question?
I just asked my question. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's so forgetful.
I know.
He's such a doll, though.
But you have excellent questions for him. So I keep thinking that because they're so excellent that I wrote them.
Well, most people can't think that I write.
Yeah.
Which is true. I can't speak, I
you've
can't
proven
write,
me
and
wrong
I can't read either.
Yeah.
As most comm majors, I have 0 reading ability.
Let's get back to our guests, though.
Thank you.
El Caudillo de UACA.
See?
What are your plans for solving the college's financial crisis?
Well, obviously, our location in Hamlin Park is definitely very vital to our success moving forward. So I would propose that we host some sort of soiree, if you will. Some sort of festival that really engages all the members of the Buffalo community. You know, have a whole a fundraiser. We could have piñata, just a full community event that could gain funds not only from our very generous benefactors, but also members of the local community that are very much a part of our campus.
Yeah, I mean, piñatas can be quite successful.
Yes, as you would know, being someone from
Yes.
just back from a year in Spain.
Yes, I was in fact in Spain for 9 months, close enough to a year. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Solak, in 200 words or less, what can you tell us about the letter W?
The letter W is written by performing 4 strokes, 2 in the downwards right direction, as well as 2 in the upwards right direction, preferably at 50 degrees. Now, a common misconception is they are at 45. However, I've seen contemporary research that proves otherwise.
Thank you very much. It was a very enlightening answer.
You're welcome.
Fascinating. Führer Solak, how soon can we expect Canisius to invade and take over neighboring Medaille?
That's a ridiculous question, Neil. Obviously, we would never resort to those means. Our agents that have already infiltrated the said organization are very effective at what they do, and I believe that our current approach is very effective, and why conquer what you already have?
So you're saying that we really already have a firm control over Medaille?
No, 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 no. We have a very effective sleeper cell that has fully infiltrated the all realms of Medaille College.
And would you find it appropriate to disclose who that sleeper cell is composed of?
They don't have money, but what they do have are a set of skills, the type of skills that make them very deadly to the type of people that might want to oppose them.
Well, I don't want to question that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very mysterious. I like it.
Thank you.
John, why do you hate children and love Arby's so much?
Next question.
He's a question dodger. I knew it. I knew it.
Ever victorious, iron-willed commander. The Battle of the Bridge between Canisius and Niagara is only months away. Do you feel our athlete troops will be well prepared to take on those violet villains?
I'd like to think back to Pegasus Bridge, the morning of June 6, 1944. Now, it was a small group of British commandos, and they were able to fight off what is believed to be an entire brigade, and thus securing causeways for the Allied invasion. Now, if that small group of Allied forces can defend such a pivotal bridge, I have full confidence that our highly skilled and talented group of Golden Griffins will lead us to victory in the next battle.
I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This will be our last question.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Choose carefully. And then I have one minor, small one to close.
Mr. Solak, this is a two-parter question. Have you ever killed a man with your bare hands? And then my second part to the question is, what does it feel like to kill a man with your bare hands?
To answer your first question, if I did, I would never tell you. To answer the second question, I can't tell you that either.
Thank you.
Pat and I would really like to thank you for your time tonight, Mr. President John Solak. And my last question for you this evening is, do you yield?
I yield.
He yields.
Thank you very much. Big round of applause for Mr. John Solak.